My name is Victor Cox, and I am with Shop 99 Filtered Vent. The topic and hobby that I will be talking about today is hiking and backpacking. I believe to find the real beauty this world has to offer, you need to get out of your car and walk there. I've physically hiked all over the Cascade and Olympic Mountains here in Washington State, as well as the West and East Pioneer Mountains in Montana, where I'm originally from. And even though I do own a travel trailer, and I love going camping in my travel trailer because I can carry everything, including the kitchen sink, and then some, it just doesn't beat the beauty and splendor this country has to offer once you leave the road behind and take the path less traveled. So during this video, I'm going to talk about the three major items that I believe are really important on the trail. For me, it's a good backpack, a headlamp or flashlight, and my trusty trekking poles. So first, I've got my 35-liter backpack here. I own three different backpacks. I own a 35, a 55, and a 75. And which pack I choose depends on a couple of things like the length of the hike, how many nights I'm going to be staying out, what the weather forecast looks like, and what time of year it is. So here I have my 35 liter, which I primarily use just for day hikes. So out, back, same day kind of thing. And in this backpack, I can take everything I need, including, up to 24 hours of food, change of clothes, my stove, fuel, first aid kit, and just the essentials just to kind of get me to my destination and get back. One thing I like about these kind of backpacks is just the multiple pockets. It allows me to put certain things at an easier access. It's got mesh pockets on the side which allow me to put my water bottles there, so I can just grab my water bottle while I'm on the trail. I don't got to stop. I don't have to take anything off. I can just grab it, take a swig of water, put it back really easily, and just keep on going. So I love that one for day packing. You don't need anything too big because it's just kind of overkill at that point. Now, if I'm planning on going like an overnighter or a multi-day trip, then I'm going to pick one of my bigger backpacks, either my 55 or my 75. And which one really depends on what kind of weather it is. If it's summer, I'm expecting a lot of sun, I can usually get away with my 55 liter because I don't need to put a lot of extra stuff in it. Now, if it's winter and I need to bring thermal clothes, bigger sleeping bag, extra clothes, extra shelter, stuff like that, then I'll upgrade to my 75 because I can carry more stuff, which will allow me to be prepared for more things. Next on the list is my trusty headlamp. Let's go ahead and put this puppy on here. I always bring a light source with me when I hike. Even if I'm just going on a day trip, it doesn't matter. I bring a light source because if the sun goes down and you don't have anything to see, you're in a bad state of affairs. And I mean, anything can happen. Like, I've been out hiking and I'll get to my destination, I look off into the scenery, and it's like, that looks really cool. I'm going to try to get there, not realizing it's a lot farther than I thought it was, which then causes problems. And by the time I get back to my original destination, I'm literally racing the sun down the mountain or down the trail or whatever, trying to get back to my car before the sun goes down. Because otherwise, if the sun goes down before I get down to the trail, I'm stuck. Like, the worst thing you can do is hike with no light source, get stuck in night, and try to traverse terrain that you're not familiar with without a light source. Because when you do that, you can get off the trail, which then gets you lost, which then next thing you know, you're a 5 o'clock news story because they got to bring in helicopters to come find you. Or even worst case scenario, you're walking, you don't know where you're going, and you fall off a cliff. And that's something you never want to do. So even if I'm just taking a day hike, it doesn't matter. These things are so small, so lightweight. bring a light source with you. It'll save your hiney more times than not. Lastly, hiking poles. Hiking poles are an amazing tool to take with you, and I used to really be against them because it was like, oh, only old people use hiking poles. But they really take a lot of strain off your body. Even if you just use one or two, I personally prefer two. It gives you more points of contact, which helps with better balance and increases your stability. And you know, there's a lot of options that you can choose for hiking poles. Like you can go the old school route and just have one big long wooden stick if that's your jam. Or myself, I like the composite materials. I personally have a set of aluminum alloy, but they also come in carbon fiber, which are amazing. And they're nice because the ones I have, which, collapse and shrink, so you can make them to any height. When you're done, you get to your destination, you break them down, and you can just set them off to the side. They're also really lightweight, which means they don't tire you out and get in the way. If you don't need them, you can just recollapse them, put them on your backpack, keep walking, and that. I also like these ones because they have a lot of options for tips and things. So like this one I have is set up. It has the metal tip, which is good for gripping in icy situations, as well as a cone, which adds extra stability and surface area when hiking in snowy or muddy situations, so that way your pole doesn't just go straight through and, you know, fall over because you don't have any stability. On this one, I have a rubber tip, which is your typical everyday tip, and you can use this is most likely used if you're doing dry, hard surfaces like walking, or just like walking on concrete roads or something like that. But these are amazing, and they're amazing because when you're hiking and you're going up or down inclines, by using the poles, it allows you to use your upper body to either take the stress off of your knees when you're walking down, or it allows you to use your upper body when going up inclines to pull and propel yourself forward. But again, taking a lot of that strain off of your legs and allowing you to use your upper body strength to take some of the workload off, which is really nice. And so that way when you get to your destination, you're not sore, you're not tired, you know, as tired as you would be if you didn't do that. And I found that since I've started using hiking poles, the day after is a lot better. I'm not as sore and there's not as much recovery time needed because I was using my whole body hiking rather than just my lower body. So there you have it. Like I said, you know, in conclusion, I feel with the right gear, even the most novice hiker, someone who's never done it before, can get out there and experience this beautiful country that we live in, and everything that this world has to offer, and find greater enjoyment out hiking than you would any week glamping in a camper trailer. So, thank you for watching.